I think the world's back at war today again, like officially, right? I don't think that agreement with Iran lasted at all.
Which one?
I think there was bombings today in Lebanon, and I think there's bombings today in American bases. I try to not pay attention, dude. I really do.
Yeah.
I try to distract myself with science stuff and space. I was watching this documentary yesterday on how they make chips, like how they make like semiconductor chips. Dude, this fucking machine that they use. I'm going to send you this, Jamie, because it's bananas. It's like one of the most complex machines in the world. And this machine they use to make semiconductors, make chips. And they were explaining the process of making these chips, how fucking nuts it is, man. The amount of atoms that are stacked on and like the way they do it to make these like super complex high-end chips. There's people out there, Tony, that are doing things way different than us. Okay?
Yeah,
We're out
like
there talking about sucking dicks and people shitting themselves. And what's going on in other parts of the world is people are doing science fiction. Like they're actually doing science fiction. Here it is. Give me a second. I like to save things. Here it is. The world's most important machine.
It's an hour long?
Yes. Did you find it?
Yeah, just an hour long.
Yeah, but go to there's some animation where they show how they make these things. Like, it was right where you were at.
This is right at the beginning.
Yeah, okay. Oh, okay, so they're just showing some of the different aspects of how these things are made. Look, go back to where that guy had the laser beam. That's perfect, actually, where that guy had the laser beam. So this is him explaining this. So look at this. Back it up a little bit and give me some volume. Can you back it up a little bit, please?
We want to introduce it to you with a thought experiment. Imagine you are shrunk down to the size of an ant. And you're given a laser that's strong enough to melt through metal like butter. Next, a tiny droplet of molten tin, roughly the size of a white blood cell, is shot out in front of you around 250 kilometers per hour. And your task is to hit this not once, not twice, but 3 times in a row in 20 microseconds with your little laser. Well, that is exactly what this machine does. It hits one tiny tin droplet 3 times in a row, heating each one up to over 220,000 Kelvin. That's roughly 40 times hotter than the surface of the sun. And it doesn't just hit one droplet. It hits 50,000 droplets every single second.
How often do you miss a laser shot?
We don't miss them.
What? You do 150,000 laser shots a second and you don't miss one.
Exactly.
The same machine also contains mirrors that might just be the smoothest objects in the universe. If you scale one up to the size of the Earth, then the largest bump would be no thicker than a playing card.
What
On top
the
of that,
fuck?
it is able to overlay one layer of a chip perfectly on top of another and never be off by more than 5 atoms. And this is all happening while parts of the machine whip around at accelerations of over 20 Gs. For 30 years, almost everyone thought that actually building this machine was impossible. And yet, it exists. There is only one company in the world that can make it. So what is this company? And what is this impossible machine they've built? This video is...
There you go.
That's it.
Wow.
Yeah.
What are they doing with that?
All computers, like computer chips that are getting better and better and better. All these AI chips. This is how they make them.
One interesting thing I can just add, I know when they make those, they make like a big sheet of chips, you know? Mm-hmm. Like there'll be like 30 or 50 on them. They'll test each one, and the ones that are the best, like test out like 1 out of 100. The ones that are like closest to 100 become like the i9 chip. And if it's like 85 out of 100, it becomes like the i7 chip.
Oh,
so they all
really?
come off the same sheet. So it's like the
Interesting.
best ones become the best chips. They sell them for the most money. And the next ones down are just a little degraded.
No kidding. Interesting. So there was that issue with that Samsung chip factory, and it was about they weren't getting the results that they wanted. So it's probably they were getting more of the shitty chips,
Yeah, they
and
want
not enough of the perfect
Yeah,
chips.
they want really high-end chips, and they're really,
you can
really
smoke.
hard
We
to
have
make.
a fan in here, dude.
Sweet.
Yeah. I mean, imagine if everybody died. and it was just us in this room, and there was like 3 well, it'd be more than that. We'd have to have more people. Otherwise, we're going to fuck up the gene pool. We're all going to look like the English royals. We probably need a few thousand people. We need a few thousand people, like regular people, like you and I that don't know shit about how these things work.
Yeah.
How much time would we need if we repopulated the earth with what we know? Basically, you're starting out like a half-assed prepper, you know, like someone was on an episode of Lost. You know, like one of those plane crash people trying to figure out how to survive out there. You're fucked.
Oh, yeah.
You're not inventing that. How long is it going to take?
Infinity.
And how many people have to pave the way? This is the thing. For every one of these people that makes an invention like this, you're making this on the back of thousands and thousands and thousands of fucking super geniuses that have figured out each and every step of the way that can lead you to thinking, is this possible that we could do this next? You know, they all build on each other. So you need all these guys, and hopefully they don't get any pussy, because otherwise they're going to get distracted.
Yeah.
You know, I bet if one of them gets a hot wife, like one of their patents kicks, and they start making bank, and then all of a sudden he shows up for work in a Ferrari, and next you know he's got a hot wife, everybody's like, oh my God.
Yeah. Civilization just went back 100, 200 years.
We're going to lose Tim.
Yeah.
Tim's taking Adderall, coding 18 hours a day, trying to figure out how to get us to Mars. Actually, that's a bad point, because Elon clearly gets pussy and doesn't seem to be affecting him at all.
I think Elon's different.
He's definitely different.
Yeah. I think some people are different.
It's fascinating how many people want to find flaws in what he's doing. Instead of just looking at this like, wow, this is an extraordinary time to be alive. But it's because of this narrative that people have. One of them, the big one, is this U.S. aid is killing people narrative, that people have died because of U.S. aid. And then a bunch of people have given examples of how them cutting the funding has led to the end of certain people's lives, like when they were in hospitals that didn't have any funding. And there's a lot of that you could point to say, right, if they had the money, they would have had the funding, and they would have had that equipment in place, or maybe they wouldn't have. But here's the other thing. That's not discounting the fact that a lot of that money is fraud.
Yeah.
A lot of it. Like, it's not a little amount. And the idea that you should let it go on because it's going to save lives, and there's a bunch of people that are stealing money. Okay, I see that argument. But why are we sending them money in the first place? Like, did we do something to them? Do we owe them money? No? Right. Okay, we're just being nice? Are you sure we're just being nice? Is there anybody profiting off of us being nice? Because usually just being nice for no reason and just giving tax money away for no reason, I don't think they do that. I don't think that's real. I used to think that was real. I used to think that charity was real. And now I look at it, I go, oh, no. This is a giant scam that's wrapped up in virtue. It's wrapped up in a nice, cozy blanket of being kind and compassionate and virtuous and doing good things for people all around the world. I think a lot of people get involved in those things because that's what they think. We're going to do good things around the world. The good people. I really believe that. And then they find out how it really works. And then they get stuck in that system, and then they're making their way up their, air quotes, corporate ladder to the point where some of them are making $1 million a year. And you're like, what is this?
Yeah.
What is this? This is a business. This isn't really charity. Most of the money is going to your employees and your overhead. And why do you have such a big building? Like, what are you doing?
Right.
How come you're not just funneling the money to these people?
Exactly.
Like the LA Fire Aid.
Yeah.
Great example. Spencer Pratt told me, what number did he say of nonprofits got that money? So over $100 million gets raised. I don't know the exact total. All of it goes to these different nonprofits. I think he said 200 different nonprofits got the money.
Yeah.
So, and then what happens to that? Well, they just pay their employees. They pay overhead. They pay their rent on fucking nice office on wherever they live. Mm-hmm. Fuck, man. It's so disheartening because so that's what all that stuff is. And it's also, if you listen to it when Mike Benz has been on my podcast a few times and explains USAID, people think of it as aid. You think of it as, oh, we're helping the world, which is great, right? But it's not that. It's the Agency for International Development. and it involves funding rap bands overseas that are the subversive rap bands that are supposed to excite people to take over the government. There's like a bunch of like weird shit. It funds rebels. It funds newspapers. And what was he talking about? Like there was a lot of it like funding rap music. Like this is crazy. People have long said that rap music, even though, listen, you love hip hop. I know you just got back from Kanye West. I'm a huge hip hop fan.
We got to talk about that at some point.
We definitely do. I love hip hop. But there's some people that believe that gangsta rap in particular, when it came about in the 1980s, was a part of the push to popularize it and produce it, was a part of the government, some faction of the government, some intelligence agencies wanting to create more crime, wanting to fill more private prisons, wanting to erode the fabric of society so they could push for more laws to keep you safer. This is like one of the most tinfoily of tinfoil hat conspiracies. But people are pointing out that right now is like one of the rare times where no rap music is on the charts.
Yeah.
And they're saying, well, how does this coincide with U.S. aid? Was U.S. aid like actively promoting rap music? Was that one of the reasons why rap music was so popular? Mm-hmm. Is that real? That can't be real.
Maybe back in the day. It seems like that would be more manipulative. I don't see how.
I believed that until I heard mumble rap. And I'm like, this is not real. This is trying to make people stupid.
Yeah.
There's something about this, you know.
Right.
And obviously some artists are better at it than others. Some of them are fun the way they do it. But I'm saying there's a giant chunk of them that are inaudible. Mm-hmm. You don't know what they're like. Who's into this?
Oh, almost all of them are inaudible.
Like what's going on there? Imagine if like that was it. It was like people heard Nas and like, this guy's too smart. We got to dumb it down a little.
Right.
We got to promote some people that could barely talk.
Yeah.
We got to promote some people that are on cough syrup. Apparently.
Yeah.
That's the Have you ever done that cough syrup?
No.
They seem to love it.
Yeah.
A lot of dudes who are into that cough syrup, man. They swear by it.
It's crazy. It's got to be fun. It's got to be enjoyable.
Is it codeine? Is that what they're doing?
I think so.
Have you done it, Jamie? Bro, we talked about this before, but I remember back in the 90s, I got a hold of some NyQuil. The real NyQuil. Like, I guess they changed the formula for NyQuil. And I had, whatever, the flu or something. And I took some NyQuil and I was laying in bed and I was like, this is wonderful.
Yeah.
It was wonderful. Like, just the warmth, the softness of the pillows and the warmth of the bed with the covers over me. I'm like, oh, this is wonderful.
Yeah.
And I remember thinking, ooh, this is dangerous.
Oh, yeah.
Like, this is a dangerous feeling because if your life was shit and you found that, like, that's better than anything else that's happening in your life.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you can get it at CVS. son.
Crazy.
What was in the old NyQuil before they switched it?
I avoid that stuff like the plague. I'm afraid of medicine.
So this stuff probably was like sitting in my house if I took it. So it might have even been older than 97 or 98, whenever this was that I was sick. But I'll never forget it. Because I never forget like getting scared. Like, I could love this. Like, I could just drink this during the day and just like sit on my back porch if I have the day off.
Yeah.
Just get obliterated with NyQuil and just enjoy the universe.
I told you about that time I took a half of the pain pill that the dentist gave me for my wisdom tooth. I was like, oh, fuck, this is life-changing.
It says the earliest NyQuil formula include ephedrine, which is a decongestant, doxylamine succinate, which is an antihistamine, acetaminophen, dextromethorphan, cough suppressant, and about 25% alcohol. Oh, I was getting drunk too. Mm-hmm. Wow. What changed in the mid-2000s after the combat methamphetamine? There it is. They removed pseudoephedrine. So was that the stuff? So it wasn't codeine. But is there? I think there is NyQuil with codeine, though, right? What I had was pretty good. I don't think it was as simple.
Yeah, you had the stuff they could make meth out of or whatever.
Yeah. Okay, we'll put it in Perplexity. And Perplexity says In the mid 2000s, yeah, NyQuil brands sold in the U.S. do not contain codeine, and there's never been a standard Vicks NyQuil with codeine in its active ingredient lineup. Typical NyQuil form. So codeine. So does any cough syrup have codeine in it?
That's what lean is. That's what you guys were talking about before.
They add it,
No,
or is it
it's-
just
it's
prescription cough syrup?
That was the whole thing about it.
Maybe I am fucking up my memory, and maybe it wasn't NyQuil. Because whatever it was, it seemed like
to get fucked up off NyQuil. But you have to drink like the whole bottle. You get NyQuil. Like, just get fucked up.
I definitely didn't drink the whole bottle. I know I took a dose, like a strong dose.
I mean, you're just getting fucked up off 25% alcohol and a little bit of
Maybe.
a little bit of side meth.
See, the thing is,
Pseudo
it's
meth.
so long ago, I can't remember. I say NyQuil because it's like saying Q-tips,
Yeah.
or Kleenex, just because it's tissues or ear swabs. I don't know if it was NyQuil, but it was cough syrup, whatever the fuck it was. And I felt wonderful. And I remember thinking, like, this could be a real problem. Like that one day in bed, because I'm always scared of stuff like that. I'm always scared to I knew too many people when I was growing up that got hooked on stuff.
Yeah.
And it just derailed their life. So lying in bed, I was like, oh, you can't do this again. No more of this.
Right.
I like it.
Yeah.